This would be the ultimate Star Wars video game. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because of the negative feedback on Star Wars Outlaws. The main thing people seem to hate about this game is kind of just the general concept of it. I mean, the game feels quite empty and bland, but you also got to think about it this way. With how massive the Star Wars universe is, it's going to be extremely difficult to deliver an open world experience that all fans will enjoy. They want more than what Star Wars Outlaws offers. Outlaws just doesn't offer enough freedom, and I'm going to break down to you guys a concept that would definitely deliver on this. Now, this Star Wars game would obviously be open world just like Outlaws, but the idea is that it would be so much bigger in all aspects. For example, more vehicles. So you have speeders, AT-STs, AT-ATs. If you can think of it, you can ride it. Pause. But yeah, pretty much any vehicle in the Star Wars universe, you'd be able to use X-Wings, TIE Fighters, no matter what. And there would be much more in-depth customization of these vehicles. You can change the color, performance, obviously, anything that floats your boat. And the character customization would be way further in depth than Outlaws. You could make a female character, male character, whatever you want. And then we would have character archetypes, right? Where you could be almost anything. A Sith Lord, a Jedi, an Outlaw, just like in Star Wars Outlaws. But the idea is there would be almost no limit as to what you could make. And I think that would create so much more freedom. Now, to be bigger, this game would obviously have to have all the popular locations and planets, just like Star Wars Battlefront has. Now, for example, Tatooine, obviously. Tatooine is the biggest one. I mean, you just can't not have Tatooine. Even Star Wars Outlaws has Tatooine, man. But yeah, you would have planets like Tatooine, Hoth, Geonosis, Coruscant, Kashyyyk, Alderaan, Jakku, Kamino, Yavin, all the big name planets. And unlike in Star Wars Outlaws, traveling between planets will be similar to No Man's Sky, where you can take off and land without having to deal with any sort of cutscenes. So the game really does feel open. It doesn't feel cut off or isolated on any planet. You can go wherever you want, whenever you want. There would be no hindrance as to what you could do. Just like in Outlaws, it would obviously have to have a wanted system, but what would be cool is if you could create a character with ties to the Empire to bypass that. But you could also lose that privilege if you did something that went against them. So pretty much the game systems would just have to be super in depth. There'd be a trade market, bounties. You could even join the rebels and work to destabilize the Empire. It would be almost endless as to what you could do. A game with this type of freedom would be way bigger than Red Dead or probably even GTA 6, but even if a Star Wars game that is equivalent to Red Dead came out, it would be a huge W just because that would at least mean way more freedom than what we have right now in Star Wars Outlaws. So obviously the idea is to make an almost GTA-like Star Wars game, honestly even bigger than GTA, but the major problem or thing holding us back from a game like this is just how massive it would be. It would most likely take a large game studio to even make something like that, and even then it would take a lot of time. Now, I know this was obviously a very general concept, but I think this is what we would all want for a Star Wars game. We want the ultimate level of freedom. So let me know what you guys think of this concept in the comments below, and feel free to share any of your own thoughts and ideas on a possible Star Wars game. If you all enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.